Bobby Meisner. One of the greatest artists of our generation. If you guys aren't familiar with Bobby Meisner, he's a YouTuber that has blown up a little bit recently. A couple months ago, he posted this video called Life of a Billionaire's Son. It's a video talking about how his dad was like a really successful businessman and sold a company for a lot of money when he was pretty young, and now Bobby has more money than he knows what to do with. Needless to say, 6 figures, he was only 4. Well, not really. I think he was like 15 when his dad sold the company. But nevertheless, Bobby has been taking time out of his busy billionaire schedule to show us peasants what it's like to have so much money that you could literally buy a country. So today, I just kind of wanted to watch a couple of Bobby's videos and get a little bit of a glimpse into the life of a billionaire son. See what it's like. Maybe check out some of the crazy parties he has, some of the wild adventures he goes on. It's gonna be lit. So this is a video that Bobby posted in November. It's called Life of a Billionaire Son. And so many people in the commentary community especially have already talked about this video, so I'm gonna sort of skim through it. This video is sort of like a summary of his life up till this point.
Your life is like a movie, and you're the main character. So why wouldn't you make it the greatest movie you've ever seen?
Because my favorite movie's Star Wars, and Jedi aren't real. I like that the first thing he says in this video clues you into the fact that he has like no idea what normal people's lives are like. He just kind of assumes everybody has the ability to make their lives like this Hollywood-esque movie. I mean, honestly, why doesn't everybody just make their lives a fucking movie, dude? How hard is it to be born into wealth? Can't be that hard, because I did it. And I'm super lazy.
Who is Bobby? Basically a little bit of a misfit kid. Aww. A kid who has everything. Bobby likes to live life fast. Fast cars. Beautiful girls. Parties.
Bobby's just a misfit kid. That's who he is. He doesn't fit in. You wouldn't understand him. He's only into weird, quirky things like beautiful girls and fast cars and parties. The poor guy, nobody understands him. So then he explains a little bit about his life and how he grew up. He actually grew up living with his mom because his parents were divorced. And until he was 15, he grew up a pretty average life. His mom wasn't like super wealthy or anything. He says he wasn't really rich, but he wasn't really poor. But when Bobby was 15, that's when everything changed. His dad sold his company for a lot of money. And I guess Bobby was just like, peace, mom. I'm gonna go live with dad. He's balling out here. So I'm just gonna go be a billionaire if that's cool.
This is when he sold his company for $300 million. Then my life changed forever.
His dad sold his company for $300 million. And that's how I became the son of a billionaire. Or, wait, He must have invested it?
I moved to Europe. My dad started getting a lot of nice things.
My dad started getting a lot of nice things. It just sounds so weird for him to be saying it in such a cool voice. It sounds so weird to brag about something your dad did. My dad started bringing a lot of really pretty girls around, and my dad has a really good work ethic, and I was also there.
We got a villa in Saint-Tropez.
Hello, operator! Can you give me number 9?
Penthouses in Monaco.
Then there's this whole section called stereotype. In this section, he talks about how he's always hated how rich kids have this negative stigma where people assume that just because he's rich and he's inherited wealth that he's some spoiled brat who has no respect for responsibility and no work ethic, and that's always been something that bothered him. And then he tells the story about how for his 18th birthday he played hooky from his elite private boarding school and went to the south of France to party. And that's how we beat that stereotype, I guess.
I started a YouTube channel. I also partnered with my best friend Brandon to create Candyland Productions in order to make a living out of something we love by creating films for brands and artists. I'm even going to be creating videos for the legendary musician Julian Pareto.
Anyway, the whole gist of this video is that he's trying to convince you that he's not your typical rich kid. He's not your average billionaire son because he's got ambition and a vision and a YouTube channel. And I guess his vision for this YouTube channel is to create branded and sponsored videos for companies. And that's how he's gonna make money. And that's how he's going to make his own dreams come true and build his own empire. So, will it work? This is his most recent video. It's called Billionaire's Holiday in Cape Town, South Africa.
art is the closest we come to experiencing how a stranger feels.
Who said that? Why does that quote have no citation? It's in quotes like somebody famous said it, but it doesn't tell you who. Doesn't matter who, I guess. Doesn't matter who said it because someone said it. And if someone said it, then it must be true. Ah! Oh. I thought he was a ghost for a second. That would be an interesting twist if he was like, I'm not like other rich kids. I've been dead for 20 years.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bobby. I'm a 23-year-old Australian-American citizen, and I've been living in the UK since the age of 15. My favorite color is red.
There's something really weird about this shot. Like right from the start, I kind of got a weird vibe from it. It's just, I don't know, kind of strange the way he's looking into the camera and all of like the awkward pauses, the weird ambient wind sound. I feel like he's just looking right into my soul. Like he's looking right through the camera, through the internet, out my computer screen and right into my wallet and judging how poor I am. I don't like this. He knows. He knows how much money is in my bank account. He knows it's not $1 billion and he's disappointed.
Now, there's one thing that I love more than anything. Do you know what that is? Filmmaking. I love it more than fast cars, more than jets, girls, parties, candy, Christmas. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. I know what good things are. You don't have to keep listing good things, because I know what those are. I know what good things are.
I love filmmaking. I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah, you could say I'm pretty good at filmmaking. I mean, the cameraman did just run into a tree, and instead of redoing the take, I just went with it. But that was an artistic choice, because I'm an artist.
Recently, I made a promotional campaign.
You can tell that the cameraman keeps running into these tree branches that are on the side of this alleyway because they keep jiggling every time he walks by them. Maybe they should have picked a better spot to film this than this random alleyway. I assume he's got like a mansion with a long hallway he could have filmed this in. It probably would have been a better attention grabber than just walking down this plain looking alley. It's just such a weird and avoidable thing to not have your cameraman getting whacked in the back of the head with a tree branch every 5 seconds.
Now that you've got to know me a bit better, I want to know you. I want to know what makes you tick, what your passion is.
Oh, well, I like to pet my dog. I like making YouTube videos. I like to make music.
Anyway,
Oh.
London is pretty cold.
Why'd you even ask if you don't care?
London is pretty cold. So, it's time for us to go on a journey.
What? This video's so awkward so far. It's just like so much awkward silence between his lines. I feel like they should have done some jump cuts or something. And then the end, he's like, it's too cold in London, so let's get out of here. And then he walks away. And I don't know what I expected. Maybe for him to get in like a nice car and drive away, or for it to just cut. But the way he just like walks in silence away. Like, what is he gonna walk to the airport? So then it turns into a bit of a travel vlog. He goes to the airport with his friend. There's this 30-second clip of his friend just insulting him.
You're adopted. You left your mom. You ran away from your mom for your dad's money.
Stay away from me.
You're a floating head.
So that's weird. Talking about how like he abandoned his mom to go live with his dad and reap the benefits of having a rich dad. All pretty mean things to say. I mean, I guess they're true if we're to believe what he said. Maybe he hired this guy to like keep him humble or something. Is that a thing that rich people do?
We just tried to sign in and we got a screen that says your flight departs from a different terminal. We are really not off to a good start here.
At the airport, they find out that they're at the wrong terminal for their flight, and they're gonna be late to their flight because they have to go all the way to another terminal. So this fast-paced music kicks in, they start running to their gate, and for a second you're sort of like on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh no, I hope they make it. I hope they make their flight and they don't have to reschedule. But then they start like stopping to dance and just stand around and talk in the middle of this intense running sequence when they're supposedly about to miss their flight. And it immediately makes you not nervous that they're gonna miss their flight anymore because it's pretty clear that they're not really very worried about it. And even if they are gonna miss your flight, you feel like they kind of deserve it because they're just standing around and filming. There's a shot of Bobby's friend running by while Bobby films, which was clearly staged because Bobby had to go ahead and then wait for his friend to run past. So they obviously didn't film that while running because Bobby's not running. But the tension keeps building. They're sprinting. Even their luggage knows that they're in a rush and it's just flying down the hallway. And then there's this shot, which I am just so confused about. I have so many questions. What is this? What is going on here? What is this? What are they dancing? Bobby's just sort of like doing this. His friend is like skipping like this. What the fuck is going on? They're gonna miss their flight. They're too busy dancing. And also, who's filming this? I thought it was just them two at the airport. That's what the entire rest of the video made it seem like. And now all of a sudden there's a random other person filming them from this weird like blocked off section. They're like behind glass. This is so confusing. It all makes you wonder, were they ever even late? Because they stopped an awful lot to film. You can't deny that it's good filmmaking though, because you know what they say, a good filmmaker always leaves his audience questioning everything. That is a quote. Someone said that. Don't ask who. But somehow, miraculously, they make their flight and they get to Cape Town, South Africa.
Awebru, welcome to South Africa, where the mountains meet the sea, the girls are beautiful, and the parties are wild. And of course, one of Bobby's favorites, fast cars.
Those three things that Bobby loves that just makes it so he can't fit in anywhere. He can't relate to anybody because he's got such weird interests. Beautiful girls? Who likes that shit? Gross. So this is where the branded aspect of the content starts to come into play. Apparently this whole video is an advertisement for this like luxury car lounge where you can go and hang out and rent luxury cars. So the two boys show up. They both high-five the same person.
While we were chilling here, let's go to the VIP lounge.
When I first saw that cut, I think that the cut of him doing the trick on the skateboard is just like a random cut that he throws in to transition. But I thought at first that he was trying to make it seem like he said that. He said, why don't we go up to the VIP lounge? And then immediately like did a kickflip on a skateboard. Like he's been on the skateboard the entire time. I thought that was a really weird editing choice for him to make it seem like he's like, hey, let's go up to the VIP lounge. And then just does a kickflip. Is that a kickflip? I don't know what a kickflip is. So now they're in this area with all these cool cars. Bobby's impressing all the girls with his cool skateboard tricks. And at first I thought that this was the VIP lounge that he was talking about. It's just a giant room full of cars. But apparently this is just a sequence where they're walking through this section to get to the VIP lounge. So finally they show up in the VIP lounge. Everyone takes a seat. Bobby and his friend pour themselves a drink and they give a little speech.
All right, so the good news is Dutchman's Car Care Clinic has hooked us up with a Porsche and a Ferrari to go have fun with.
Sick. Let's take them out. Let's get the whole crew. Let's go out and let's shoot.
Let's take them out. Let's get the whole crew. That's all of us here. Let's get all of us. Let's make sure that we get all of us. And let's go take out the Porsche and the Ferrari. So, did they just go up to the VIP lounge to say that? To say, let's go, we have cars to drive? I'm so confused by the progression of this video. They like walk through the nice cars to get to the VIP lounge, and then the second they sit down there, they're like, let's go check out the cars. And then they walk back downstairs to go check out the cars that they were literally just walking past. I guess they had to go to the lounge because they're advertising this whole place and they want to show off the VIP lounge. But then why didn't they just start in the VIP lounge? Why did they start in like the normal looking lobby? They could have just started in the VIP lounge. I also like that Bobby starts off his speech by saying, the good news is that we have a Porsche and a Ferrari to take out today. As if there's gonna be bad news along with it. Because usually when you say the good news is, that's then followed up by, but the bad news is, and then you say something bad, but in this case, there's no bad news, because they're all rich. He's like, the bad news is, oh wait, are we all still rich? Oh, okay, we're all still rich, so there's no bad news. We're good. Let's go take the cars. Let's make sure we get the whole crew this time, guys. Whole crew? All 6 of us? So let's make sure that we are the whole crew when we go down there. Anyway, I guess they give their little speech. The 2 boys pound their drinks that they just poured for themselves, and then they go for a fast drive. All right, yes, now it's time for some sick car action. They finally got the cars out. This is what I assume the whole video is supposed to be about, showing off the sweet cars that you can go to this place and rent for the day. So let's check out some of this sweet car action. What?
Oh, the cop shot us down.
So after like 20 seconds of driving around, I guess the police showed up and were like, hey, you can't race here. That's illegal, and they have to stop.
Getting arrested in a foreign country is not very fun. So, it was time for us to get the fuck out of here.
They just barely avoided getting arrested, I think. Looks like they got away clean this time because they drove away in their fast cars. So that's the end of the whole video. And now I'm kind of confused. This whole video, and I guess the premise for Bobby Meisner's entire channel is, I'm not a spoiled rich kid. I have a work ethic. I have a vision. I'm gonna create sponsored content. So he created this video for this exotic car club, which first off seems like a really niche thing to advertise. Like, what percentage of Bobby's viewers do you think are also billionaire sons that can afford to go to an exotic car club? But even with that being said, like, is this a good advertisement for this exotic car club? It sort of makes it seem like if you take these cars out onto the road, you're gonna get arrested. I will give them props though, that car area does look pretty fun to walk through. I would have no problem walking through that, walking back on through it, and walking right back on through again. Bobby's channel's so interesting to me because he's the son of a billionaire. He has like everything that you could ever ask for, but his YouTube videos are still not very good. And that's not to say that they couldn't be. There are plenty of really rich people who make just fine YouTube videos. I mean, Will Smith is an insanely rich person, but he puts a lot of work and money into his YouTube videos. I'm not saying that Will Smith's YouTube videos are my favorite YouTube videos. I'm just saying that's an example of somebody who has blown up on YouTube, making content that people like. I guess it just goes to show that no matter how much money you have, how rich your dad is, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be good at YouTube. It takes work, it takes practice, and it takes the whole crew. You gotta make sure you have the whole crew going. Anyway, Greg, I hope you enjoyed this little look into a billionaire's life, but now it's time to hear from our sponsor. Hey guys, it's me, Danny, from the video you just watched. And this is my data. I love my data so much. I love storing it, looking at it, petting it. I even love sharing it with my friends sometimes. But what I don't love is when websites and hackers and other online scoundrels try to steal my precious information. It's mine, and it's private. You think I want people seeing this? No one can ever see this. It would ruin me. That's why I use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers so many features. Anonymity and privacy, so you can't be tracked by websites or your internet service provider. The ability to unblock content that's not available in your country, but most importantly to me, security. Nobody's gonna steal this data. I like to do a lot of my work in coffee shops, whether it be things like writing videos or sending sensitive emails or paying off hitmen. But when you're on a public Wi-Fi like the ones at coffee shops, it's pretty easy for hackers to get a hold of your precious data. But with ExpressVPN, nobody's gonna steal this data. One of the best things about it is it's super easy to set up. You can download and install it in minutes. It just takes a little bit of this and a little bit of this, and you're good to go. ExpressVPN offers the fastest speeds, 24/7 customer service. It works on Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and more. And it's less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. What's not to love? Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting the link in my description. It's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Visiting expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez not only helps you guys keep your internet secure, but it also helps support this channel. So thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Really quick, thank you guys for the overwhelming response to the slime video that I posted last week. I was obviously hoping that that would be well received since I put a lot of time and effort into that video, and the response to it has like completely blown me away. I've gotten way better feedback than I thought I would, so thank you guys for enjoying that. That's definitely something that I've wanted to do more of. I've been making comedy music like this since I was in high school, but I sort of stopped doing it once I started doing commentary. I really like doing the music stuff, so hopefully you guys like it too, and I will continue to try to shoehorn that into all of my videos. Just kidding, not all of them, but some of them.